Okay, guys, what's happening? Martin is back again. You know where we are, so let's get into it. So I'm also gonna do this very live. If you're around, you're around. If you're not, you're not. It's not a problem. Just reading your comments now. So it says from this is just following on from a recent video I uploaded. This was for Versace Dylan Blue, and it looks like a few of you guys have made some comments on it. So I'm just gonna read through. Just got back as well, guys, from reviewing from seeing that film of Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker. Interesting to some extent, but at the same time, I have some thoughts on it. It's not for everybody. I know it's not necessarily a film critique sort of channel, but at the same time, I need to get my thoughts out on that at some point. And equally, guys, if you were a Jedi and you were wearing a fragrance, what would it be? Who would be the manufacturer of that fragrance? If you had to choose Mont Blanc, Armani, don't want everyone to say Creed. I'm sure someone will say that, but nonetheless, let's look at your comments. So, guys, in respect of comments from Good Vibes, this is in respect of the Versace Dylan Blue for men. Is there a good Zara clone of this one or Versace Eros? I won't necessarily say, guys, that there is a particularly good clone for Versace Dylan Blue from Zara. It's the quality of it, guys. I mean, that's what it'll come down to. The quality just not there in respect of what Zara would produce. I can't say there's anything that's particularly close. You do get this type of airy sort of smell with Versace Eros anyway that Zara don't really seem to be putting out, unfortunately. So I wouldn't necessarily say there is one. I'll have a think about it, but it doesn't come to mind. Next one from Nicholas. Please review Dior Homme Parfum versus Intense. Could do. Don't really have the money to be buying those right now. If I can get some decants on it, by all means, I'll have a look into it. But thank you for the comment on that one. It's a shame you guys don't give a comment actually about the fragrance I reviewed and you just saying review something else. But hey, we'll look into that one. Next one. Who's that say? Okay. Don't know what that says. Can't read that language. Vulcan. Cool. Next one, Jedna Bubala. 2020. I think you're referring to maybe a bottle. Not sure. Not sure what that means. Great review from Jan. Thank you very much. El Tigo, Zara Ego, una fragancia dulce y madura y la vez una aroma atrapante y profundo que te envuelve como un buen cognac, como tienes de la candela. Okay, then. Well, yeah, not bad, not bad, not bad. It's a good fragrance, by all means. Y también para la gente que habla español, en mi punto de vista, es mejor en este momento si puedes comprar Nuzara Amber Eagle, porque yo no sé si todavía está ahí en las tiendas, pero si ustedes pueden comprar eso, ¿por qué no? Hágalo. Okay, just seen some comments. I'm not sure where they've gone. I'll keep an eye out for the comments. Let's see. Let's keep it going, guys, in respect of the next one. So someone's saying that Palo Santo sold out. Saw your review and want to pick it up. Yes, Cisco, what can you do? I mean, I mentioned it and I said it. You need to get these fragrances before they go. I mean, I think in the alternative, there is a cedar that's out from Zara. Let me have a quick look. If I can find that shit. Whopper. No. No está ahí. No sé. Okay. See. Okay, guys. So there you go. This is the Palo Santo. I don't know if you can see on there with the lighting. Maybe not. But this is the Noble Palo Santo. Again, this is 120 mil. I do think what you may need to do, if you're still looking for this bottle, you may need to go to a few different Zara stores, unfortunately. Because what happens sometimes with Zara, you'll see something on the website and it'll say what it says on the website. But then, unfortunately, you go there and it's there, or sometimes it's not there. A lot of the stores will have some of these type of bottles still available, but it's just not officially on the website anymore. It's just because they've got old stock they've not sold off. So I do think you could probably get a bottle of this somewhere. You may just need to go and check a few if you've got it in your location. So good shout out to you. Do not forget to try and get this one if you can. I think once this goes, they probably won't bring it back for a while, or they'll call it something else. But in my opinion, for 2019, this is probably one of the most solid Zara fragrances that they've released. So by all means, go and check that out. Next one, Corporate Bastards. This is from Pavro, the god of war. Okay, and we should all get refunds and send a message. And this is to my video about Don't Buy Zara Vibrant Leather EDP 2019 edition. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been reformulated. There's not much I can say about that one. I personally won't be buying it anymore. If you definitely want that type of Creed, type of Aventus clone, you could probably try and go with Mont Blanc Explorer to some extent, but unfortunately for that one, in my view, it doesn't really jump out for me anymore. That Mont Blanc just seems to be very sort of middle of the road. It doesn't really give me much by way of the projections there. It's good for a point, but it doesn't give me much to really work with, unfortunately. I do know, obviously, that people talked about Office for Men from Jeremy Fragrance when that originally came out. That apparently had this sort of Creed sort of event to sort of DNA to it. I think that's changed though. I think that's been reformulated slightly. I think it seems to be taken about away. It seems to be slightly more on boxing that seems to be focusing in that one. Let's go on to the next one. This was my review of Club de Nuit Intense Man that had actually gone out of date after 4 years. Never understood why a dude would want to smell like pineapple. Not a good smell at all. Well, and that's from Carlton Fragrance. It is what it is. Not everybody likes pineapple fragrances. I might do a video, guys, on pineapple fragrances that I have in my collection. So if you want to know, you want me to do that, by all means, let me know in the comments down below. But by all means, guys, yeah, who knows? Club de Nuit Intense Man. It's a good fragrance. I think it came out quite a while ago, and I think things have moved on since then. So it's getting to a point now where I think there's only so many times you can try and have an inspiration or a clone of the Versace of Creed's Aventus, but it is what it is. It came out for the time. It was relatively cheap. I remember, I think my brother bought a bottle of it, was probably about what he paid. This is when the bottles were slightly different for Creed as well, and I think he paid like 170 or something, and it might have been like a 75 ml, and they don't even release that anymore. So yeah, it's just changed a little bit. Shave a Thun, man. I see you out there. You give me a hard time in these videos, though. You give me a very hard time. I try my best to keep up with you, but sometimes I just can't. So by all means, if you should start your own channel, I'm all for that. Start your own channel. Let me know your thoughts when you start your own channel. How's performance on Strong With You Intensely? Yes, Strong With You Intensely. I think I've got a bottle here with me. Guys, this one is Eau de Parfum concentration. This is a 50 ml. You can see how much juice I've left in this one. And I've actually done previous videos on this in Spanish, as well as done this in English. And this one, guys, is a beast. This one will give you some performance like nobody's business. Easy 5 hours plus. Eau de Parfum concentration. You don't really need a lot. The sprays won't need, you don't necessarily need a lot of sprays. It'll do its job. Next one, great price. Performance ratio. This is for Versace Eros. Again, 200 ml bottle for some of you guys that get it. Yeah, you can get a 200 ml bottle for that one relatively easily. It's not a problem. So go and check that one out. Next one. Brian says, I can't bring myself to purchase anything from Zara at the moment. I would rather go on FragranceNet and just get a smaller bottle of something that is worth it. That's a good point. That's a good point, Brian. I don't blame you. I will continue to do the reviews as and when I can. But again, unfortunately, partly why I'm trying to move the actual fragrance, the videos and the channel slightly away from Zara Fragrances, because there's nothing to report. They're not bringing out anything of any consistency. For those that are in the UK, I've actually looked at Next to see what they bring out. And again, some of theirs I don't seem to be particularly great. So, I mean, there's only so much I can do in that respect. I'm just trying to see if I can see some of these messages, but they seem to have gone off. Hey, Martin. Casuals Fragrance says, hey, Martin, enjoy your fragrance and videos and give a lot of information, 100%. Hope we have a good video. Yeah, man, same to you, Casual Fragrances. How you doing out there in the States? I see some of your videos. See, unfortunately, where I am now, based in the UK, I mean, there's only so much we can do. In the States, you have a lot more going on. I see in Germany, there's a lot more going on in respect of some of these fragrance events, but it doesn't seem to be in the UK, there's much going on. Don't know why that is. Maybe because I don't know. I'm not in London. I'm in the north of England. I'm not in the south of England. So maybe, who knows, location wise, we're not just there yet. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Who else? Cisco, you have Hawas. I never purchased that one. If you're talking about the one that smells like Invictus, I'd never purchased that one. I do have a tester bottle somewhere. I have a decant somewhere, but for me, there's like a musk element in that just took it slightly away from where I wanted it to be. I like the grapefruit note in there when it comes to Invictus. And again, everyone says that the Invictus was a clone of Hawas, if we're talking about the same one. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and marketing and things are what they are. So that's how it goes. Más videos en español, por favor. Ok, puedo intentar, no sé. Pero es una cosa que realmente, como tengo vergüenza realmente para explicar mi punto de vista en español sobre perfume. Es como ese vocabulario yo no tengo realmente. Puedo intentar explicar mi punto de vista, pero hay veces como me cuesta mucho para explicar lo que quiero decir, ¿ok? So, dame un poco de tiempo, poco a poco voy a subir más en español. So, give me a little bit of time, guys. It takes me some time. I have a little bit of vergüenza, I have a little bit of fear when I try to speak in Spanish to explain this, because you got to bear in mind, guys, when you learn languages, you may be focusing on a certain particular area of the language just from day-to-day speech. Where if I'm going to talk about astrophysics, which is something completely different, there's no way I can speak about that in Spanish. Equally, even in English, there's no way I'm going to talk about astrophysics in English because it's not an area I understand. I don't have that vocabulary. I don't have that necessarily that understanding to explain it. You could be fluent in one language, fluent, but you may not necessarily be touching in certain areas. So dame un poco de tiempo, como dije, poco a poco. Ojalá puedo subir más, pero ahora es una cosa de tiempo. Pero sí, dame un poco de tiempo, ¿ok? That's for you guys in Espanol. Okay, so Josh, I have this great compliment getter. Yes, Eros. This is a bad boy of the fragrance game, guys. And just looking at the time now, I'm gonna go do some things to do. But this is one to go and check out. If you're not check this out, what are you waiting for? I think for me, let's say 2019, it's not the best fragrance, but it's definitely one within the top 5. And if you've not tried this out, I don't know what you're waiting for. This to me is quite versatile, and it might not be an office scent, but hell yeah for the club, hell yeah for the social, hell yeah for the daytime. A lot of you guys see me do these videos, and you see me with these ladies, and you think, well, maybe how am I meeting these people? I've never talked about in the videos how I meet them, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm involved in being a DJ and do different stuff like that, and I travel around the world and different stuff. Guys, I don't know why a lot of people don't do this. Learn to dance. Learn to dance. It's a side note. Learn to dance. You're going to come across different ladies. You're going to be able to try and different things. When I say learn to dance, por ejemplo, salsa, so you could dance salsa, guys, bachata, kizomba, you name it. All of it's going on out there. So learn to dance. You'll meet different ladies. Ideal opportunity to test out these fragrances if you want to do so. Let's see who's just coming up on the chat now. Great work, Mr. Cheap Sense. Great work you're doing. I enjoy your comments and feel about the House of Zara. They are becoming lackluster. Yeah, man, Mr. Cheap Sense, I tell you, I like to see your channel. I always keep an eye on you. I may not always comment, but I keep an eye on you because I can see how you're growing and developing your stuff. Don't worry about what they say to you, man. Those guys out there, it's easy to criticize anyone on this platform. Even for Star Wars, just seen that the other day. There's so much criticism, but you can't hate the people who are the actual actors in it. That's just how it goes. They've been given a script, and that's how it goes. Equally for us guys, I don't have the necessary personal finance to go and buy loads of different fragrances, so my channel might be slightly more niche to some extent. But at the same time, I can't necessarily compete with all the big boys just yet. Jeremy Fragrance is doing his thing. We can't be that guy. That guy gets so much hate. He gets so much hate. Jeremy Fragrance gets so much hate, which I don't understand why. At the same time, though, I'm a little bit concerned about the way it's going with his marketing. I don't know what's going on in that camp, Jeremy. I really don't know. Who am I? Who am I to comment on that? But at the end of the day, that particular camp just seems to be messing up in respect of, is it buy one, get one free? The cost of the new fragrance is nearly like, nearly double what the previous one was. It gets to a point where it's just like, I probably won't even be trying necessarily date for men. I will get a decant at some point, but guys, I won't be purchasing that bottle. I'm just letting you know that now. But yeah, do your thing, man, Mr. Cheap Sense. I always say keep an eye out for you, so let's keep going, keep building, and go from there. On to the next one. So again, this is about Versace Eros, the recent video I did. It's saying I personally don't think it's appropriate for summer days as the tongue is too heavy and the mint doesn't freshen up enough. If you want a summertime sweet scent, I'd advise Invictus, which I mentioned already. And also for autumn time, you could use Eros. Yeah, man, it's not for everybody. It's a thing that you've got to make sure that you're prepared for what it is. For summer scents, you could do, I just think it's a little bit heavy for that. I'd keep it probably to maybe winter, autumn, maybe spring. But again, this is probably more of an evening scent, daytime scent that's walking around. Yeah, I don't know. In the summer heat, I don't know. Guys, again, if you're liking the content, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. I can see one thumbs up, one like, and there's 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, and then there's 1 like. People are making their comments, but again, you're not giving a thumbs up. Please give a thumbs up again, guys. Yeah, if there's something you want me to review in the fragrances, guys, let me know. By all means, I try my best. It's not an easy thing to do this YouTube stuff, guys, and I've actually only been doing this now probably for about 6 months, slightly more intensively. but it takes time, and we, content creators, I'm starting to understand more how it goes. There's a lot of stuff in the background I'm trying to work out that I want to do, but by all means, it's not an easy road. It's not an easy road. Luckily now I'm getting to a point where I can get a little bit of this AdSense going on. But again, even that's only pennies, guys. So don't expect me to be doing every single latest fragrance, because again, I can't afford to do that necessarily. It's just obviously my personal opinion. And I'm trying to give you my personal opinion to make sure that you save yourself some money as well, some time. Let's go into it in respect of the next one. This is from John Snow. He says, my phone is live. No sweat, man. No sweat, no sweat, man. Do what you can do after the video. By all means, give it the thumbs up if you can. So, I totally disagree with men not being into fragrances. I remember my dad, my granddad, etc. From back in the days also wore their fragrance, and my non-frag head mates. Let's have a look. I think it may be that we are less likely to get it as a gift and buy it ourselves. Yeah. Do you guys prefer to buy your own fragrance, or would you prefer to tell someone to buy it for you? Because me personally, I feel a little bit, because we're quite deep into fragrances, I feel a little bit sort of, how could I say, a little bit put back if someone bought me a fragrance and I didn't like it. And I don't blame them, but again, we're not novices when it comes to this stuff. We are the Jedi of this to some extent, and again, there's different levels to it. I'm still a Padawan where someone else is a master. We're still learning this stuff. So if you're into your fragrances, sometimes it might be better to tell the person directly what you want to buy, or you just go and buy it yourself. Don't put it up to somebody else unless they know you really well. I wouldn't put it down to somebody else to buy me a fragrance, because I probably wouldn't like it, or I probably already have it in my collection. So hey, yeah, DJ's your dream job. DJing's okay. It's not my main job, but DJing is okay. A lot of late nights, but again, you get to meet so many people, and you get to experience again behind the scenes stuff that's going on with artists and everything else. So it's interesting. It's good to do it. You meet a lot of people, as I say, test out these fragrances all day long, especially in the nightclub. And that's the difference, guys. Some of these fragrance reviews, you see people stopping people on the street and everything else like that, don't mean anything to me. I'm stopping people when I'm literally in the club. I'm doing it that way, so I'm getting the live responses. Let's move on to somebody else saying más reviews en español. Ok, ya lo sé. Como dije antes, no puedo hacer todo. Let's have a look. Lamal, thoughts on Ultraman. So I did a review of Versace Dreamer first impressions against Lamal, and this is Lat Wolf 1 Lat. So LA1504 is saying Lamal is an untouchable masterpiece, even though it's reformist, it's still pure seduction, and takes off the ladies' clothes and panties immediately. You can wear it anywhere, every time, in the office, on the streets. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, guys. You notice nobody puts out videos anymore about being a panty dropper. I noticed this used to be, when I started watching YouTube back in the day, this used to be the thing, panty droppers, and this is the fragrance, and ladies really like this one and everything else like that. No one seems to use that terminology anymore. Why is that? I wonder, things have changed slightly, and maybe it's not necessarily PC to say that anymore. But yeah, I don't see anyone mentioning about panty dropper fragrances, which is interesting. Next one about the video of Zara Sandalwood. Zara Ingredients list on their website is bullshit. Just check out Soul and Blue Spirit. You'll see 2 different descriptions and notes. Trust your nose and nothing else. Also, the 120 ml bottles went up 15% in price in my country, so I'll buy less now. Hype effects probably. This is from Pierre Frey. Okay, Pierre. I don't know which country you're coming from. I don't know. Guys, if you're in the comments, let me know what country you're coming from, man. I mean, hey, there's too many there's loads of people from all over the world. I see to get a lot of people coming from Germany, get a lot of people coming from the United States. So let me know, guys, where you're coming from. Just give a shout out in the comments so I can know, and hopefully I can relate to you a little bit more. Everyone's following each other on their journeys. But again, as I say, guys, I'm in the north of England, so it's slightly different compared to when I'm traveling to other countries. Yes. So some of you have mentioned that this one is an absolute banger. This is from Brian again, absolute bang for the buck. He's saying that he paid only $10 for this in the US, and this is L'Homme Lacoste. Yeah, it's okay. For me, it just lacks performance. That's all it is. There's no detailed sillage to it. It doesn't really give me much by way of any complexities. It's okay as a sports fragrance. Let's have a look. Cisco, North Carolina in the house. Okay then, Cisco. How is it going out there? Is it warm out there? Is it cold? What's the fragrance of North Carolina? What are people wearing out there? Let me know in the comments. Equally, Mr. Cheap Sense, let me know in the comments what people wearing out there where you are. What's the key fragrance? My friend was telling me the other day that, as I say, 1 million seems to be the key fragrance in Germany. Guys don't want to spend a lot of money apparently on fragrances for some reason in Germany, but that seems to be the key fragrance. So you guys let me know. Let's go into it in respect of few more comments, and then I'm probably going to shoot off as well, guys. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look here. Yeah, a few other people are saying that the Club de Nuit Intense Man has gone bad as well, which is interesting. So it's not just mine. It can happen. If some of you guys buy your fragrances online and you don't necessarily test the fragrance, is it Fragrance Net or Fragrance X? Some people have mentioned that they've bought fragrances in the past and it's gone sour. So I don't know really anymore. Mr. Cheap Sense, a lot of people don't believe in the panty dropper statement, especially if it's never happened to them. I haven't had a female drop my panties. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you guys in Virginia. Was it Carolina you mentioned? Man, the panty dropper stuff was that's a load of bullshit. No one's dropping panties. No one's dropping panties. Not like that anyway. And if you're dropping panties, it's definitely not your fragrance. That's what I'm telling you. All the fragrance is just a little bit of sprinkling on the top. I've even said to ladies, I said to them, if you smell this, is this a panty dropper? Would you even just like pull the panty to the side slightly with this fragrance? And they laugh about it and it's a joke. But there's no one fragrance. There's no one to rule them all. There's no magic solution. You know, you can't. I've not even done a proper review on this one yet. You can't pick this up and say, I'm going to spray this and that is it. Women going to drop the. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately, guys. It doesn't work that way at all. So let's not get carried away. That's not going to happen. All you need to make sure, guys, is that you come in, you're fresh, your breath don't stink. You know, you've actually worn some deodorant. The icing on the cake is the fragrance to show maybe some interest, to maybe actually be like a bit of a talking point. But it's definitely not going to be that in itself. I don't know anyone who's bought Creed. I know ladies who smell Creed and say it stinks. They say they don't like Aventus. They said they're not interested in it, and it doesn't even matter what the guy is or what he's wearing. And for me, Aventus is one of those fragrances that I still have in my cabinet. I don't believe it's really worth the cost of what it is now. And again, if you feel like you're gonna spend £250, was it like $300 in the States, $350 in the States for a bottle, and then you don't actually get to talk to anybody, you'd be very disappointed. I would be disappointed. So don't believe the hype, guys. And again, I don't want to knock anyone else, but don't believe the hype, guys, with some of these fragrance reviews, man. I honestly feel, and I'm talking the real stuff now from someone who actually purchased the fragrance himself. I honestly feel that a lot of them, they're getting some side deal going on, or, you know, the company gives them stuff all the time, and you have to keep giving a shout out to the company and saying this is really one that's good. I've yet to see anyone, don't get me wrong, there's people out there I really rate and really enjoy to see. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, got to give that guy a shout out. Gent Sense, really enjoyed to see that. Slightly more in the UK, is it Mr. Smelly? Yeah, he's pretty good on it as well. But I mean, I'm seeing people talk about fragrances, and they're saying, oh yeah, this one just isn't quite for me, whatever else. I've yet to see someone actually be sent a bottle of a fragrance that actually say they don't like it outright. And what is the point of that fragrance yet? So that's the difference. And just go in one more. Let's do a quick one on this one. Zara Unexpected Fresh and Spicy. So I put that video out slightly earlier. A lot of people seem to enjoy that one. I'm not sure. For me personally, I said I did a video with Joanna. She's from Bulgaria, and she actually said after the video I mentioned that she just said I don't like it. So you have to be careful with the fragrance reviewers, guys. People will tell you all day long they like the fragrance, and then realistic after the video, just telling you no, they're not interested. So yeah, don't know about that one. So just be careful on that one, guys. Fresh, unexpected, spicy. It works for some, it doesn't work for everyone. Guys, don't forget to give a thumbs up if you're watching this and it's saving you some time. I'm just running through your comments. A lot of you guys seem to like as well Cool Heights, White Soho. A lot of you guys seem to like it. For me, I would recommend probably Cool Heights. I don't really wear it as much now because I say I've got too many to think about. But by all means, go and check that one out. Cool Heights, if it's still in the shops, it's not a bad one. Has type of like a blackcurrant sort of smell to it, so it's okay. It's not particularly stand out or special, I don't think. Okay. Which is the best fresh fragrance? No Lemon, hot summer. So what's the best Zara summer fragrance, in my opinion? I would say keep it more aquatic. I go probably more like Soul. I go with Soul. There is a Zara Soul summer version, summer edition. There's also the original Soul, 10.99, 10.99 euros in pounds, whatever it may be. It's not a bad one at all. You could go with Zara Vibrant Leather, but again, in the summer, it's been reformulated, so I don't know how it's going to fare in the summer because it seemed to have been reformulated nearer to the end of the year, unfortunately, for the bottles that were released. Axe Body Spray performs better than Zara Gourmand Leather. Hey, I don't know. Skin chemistry can be a thing. Again, a lot of these Zara fragrances right now keep saying the same thing. Unfortunately, they're just not keeping up to date with what I think's going on. I don't understand why people aren't, I don't know. I really don't know. You guys tell me what you think is going on with the Zara fragrances, because in the background, when it comes to the feedback that they get, I really don't know. I think it's all a cost saving thing, and I think also I think maybe we're expecting too much as consumers from these companies, because I think if they actually make a one to rule them all sort of fragrance, it would actually go against them. This is why I think Apple as well, when Apple released their products, Apple released, say, an iPhone 6 or whatever it may be, and they actually allow it to be released with flaws, because what they'll want to do is see the feedback and then make an additional version to obviously rectify the flaws, or basically sell more units. I think Zara are quite smart in the way they're doing it. We can be sat here getting pissed off and saying, oh, Zara fragrances and this bullshit, and oh, I bought all these fragrances and I bought this one and it's not doing what it's supposed to do and it doesn't last and it's a skin scent. Okay then, so you need to stop buying that fragrance. But there's other people who won't know the difference, and they'll go and buy the fragrance, end up with literally something like that they're buying in the store, they smell it, it's like, oh wow, this is nice, let me spray this on my clothes, this is nice, walk out the shop, don't smell it anymore. But that's how it goes. So I'm trying to help you guys as well, because again, I started off Zara fragrances because I felt they're relatively cheap and I felt they were good performers back in the day. That's changed now, so I say the channel has to change a little bit as well, because can't just focus on that with the weak performance as well. So disappointing. So disappointing. And I'd never recommend blind buying a fragrance. I don't want to put a video to say that. There are some fragrances I would say by all means go and check this out, but I just don't want to put myself in a situation, guys, where you feel unhappy and you rely. Because what pisses me off as well the most, I used to watch coming home from work, say for instance, it's not down to these people, but I used to watch, say, Jeremy Fragrance or Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, watching the videos coming from home work on a Friday, thinking, yeah, I want to get a new fragrance this weekend. Yeah, this one looks good. And people were giving their reviews. People were saying, yeah, this was one to go to. Go and get this fragrance. You go and buy the fragrance and you're disappointed. And then there's nothing to go with. And you think to yourself, why the hell have I relied on this person? So again, guys, I'm going to keep saying, give it a thumbs up if you do like the content, because I'm giving you the honest truth. If there's something I don't like, it sometimes is my personal preference. It doesn't mean it's a bad fragrance. But if it's a skin scent, I'm going to tell you skin scent. If it's going to give you some projection, I'm going to say. But I'm getting real ladies' reactions when I'm in the club. So hopefully I'm going to pop a video even this evening. I want to do a quick review of this one, Lacoste. This is Noir. I've also done Blanc as well, I think. But I'll check out on previous videos if I've done that. But again, for the winter months, again, it seems to be that there's certain places to go to get your fragrances if you're living in the UK. Boots and Superdrug. Go and check them out, guys. Go and check them out. Okay, guys, so that is going to be a roundup of that so far. I want to do a roundup video of Zara fragrances for 2019, which I will do probably directly from my PC, and basically just look at that and just go through and say which I would tell you to buy or not buy, and ultimately that will be it. But I hope you guys do enjoy the content. I'll keep it going with the channel. It's not easy, honest to God, it's not easy with this YouTube stuff, and it's so easy just to let the channel slip, but as it keeps building up, I'll try my best. So hopefully, guys, you guys in the comments, thank you for making your comments. If this has saved you some time and some money and you've not already done so, do not forget to give it a like and a thumbs up. And we'll have a chat in the next one. But that was just me reading through your comments, and I'd like to hopefully speak to you soon on the next video. Ciao, ciao. Let's see how we can turn this off.